Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew on News Radio WGNS.
When I wake up in the morning and the alarm gets out of warning, I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I grab my books and I give myself a look, I'm at the corner just in time to see the bus fly by. It's alright, cause I'm saved by the bell.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
And a great good morning to you. It's Thursday, November 7th, 2024, episode 1529. And looking at our WGNS calendar, the Lady Raiders host Grand Canyon tomorrow. That'll be 6 p.m. airtime on radio.
Ooh.
And the prep playoffs are streaming. And we'll have somebody will be on WGNS. The playoffs, you know.
That's Stewart's Creek Indy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving break is 17 days away. And Thanksgiving Day is in 21 days. And of course, it's Throwback Thursday today. And you're a throwback in Opryland a little bit today.
I think so. I saw some interesting articles on WKRN. I'm not sure when they were actually on there. It just kind of
last
popped
week,
up.
I think.
Was it?
I think they were on last week in every newscast.
Talked about Opryland, and I guess it's been 25 years since it closed its doors. Is that about right? 97?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, where are some of the rides from Opryland are still in operation?
Yeah, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I missed that
And some of them are not.
I missed that Screaming Delta Demon. I bet it's not. Screaming Delta Demon, that's the one that it was like a slalom kind of thing, you know, you go down, you know, like a worm, you know. It was fun. If it rained, you couldn't get on it. It was a different ride, different than anything I've ever seen. It wasn't particularly super fast, but it was pretty good.
Well, I learned something that I didn't know about that, and the initial concept was for it to be a mall and a theme park together.
Oh, in the beginning?
Yes.
Oh,
in the beginning of the talks about, you know,
Oh,
Opry Mills Mall.
Opry Mills, okay, yeah.
Opry Mills was going to kind of be integrated in and around, and the theme park was going to be part of the attraction. Like, I can't remember the name of the one that's up north, maybe Minnesota. It's got a theme park inside the mall. It was going to be something similar to that, maybe an outdoor mall, but didn't happen.
Well, I know this. If they still had Opryland, I would have been on a Ferris wheel by now.
Oh, really?
I would have probably ridden that one, in the kiddie park one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, jump into a, big adult Ferris wheel. Get a little bitty one.
Oh, I see. See, the little bitty ones worry me more.
Why?
I got on one as a kid at a, I think it was maybe the county fair. It was over at the, where the old fort, where the ag center used to be.
Yeah.
They had a little thing over there, and they had a Ferris wheel, and I didn't know that to let people off, they take one, it moves, and then you let people off and move. That's how you unload. And so I got stuck at the top when it was doing that, and I got scared. That's the last Ferris wheel I'll ever go on.
I got stuck. That's what made me not want to ride one ever again. I don't know that I'm scared, but when you hanging, I'm kind of claustrophobic in a way, and scared of heights. I used to paint, and I'd get on ladders all the time and roofs. But when you're up there dangling, and the way that thing sways back and forth, that's pretty scary.
Then you have somebody that's in there with you, and they shake it, try to scare you.
Are we going to talk about the rock and roller coaster?
Rock and roller coaster. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll talk about some of the rides.
Oh.
I don't know that some of the big rides, like is the Wabash Cannonball still around?
It is, I bet. I bet it's still around.
We'll just have to wait and see.
And what's the one that had the chain? I mean, what did they call it?
Hangman?
Hangman, yeah.
The one where you dangled below?
I bet it's still around.
I don't know. You'll have to find out.
And then Chaos. I didn't like Chaos. I just thought it was boring.
Well, it was the first iteration of that kind of using projection. And, I mean, all it did was go around and around.
Yeah.
And then when you got to the top, it went down real fast. But it was all of the clock and the projection and making you feel like you're somewhere else. It was really early on in that.
Yeah. Boring. Wabash Cannonball still scared me. And you know what scares me is not the going down and all the going
It's
around.
the straight up.
Is that you hear that chain going, man, that would just frighten the fire out of me. Hey, I almost got scammed this week. I'm going to talk about that today.
Did
too.
you now?
Yeah, I almost got scammed.
Oh, no.
Taking advantage of an old man.
Jeez.
All right, we're going to take a look at the weather here on this Thursday morning. You're listening to the Wake Up Crew, and you're listening to also News Radio WGNS.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Showers and storms possible in the area today, mainly before noon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, fairly light winds. Highs top out near 77 degrees. Tonight it remains mostly cloudy, lows drop to 58. Winds north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunshine develops, highs warm into the lower to middle 70s. Then lows fall back to 51 on Friday night. I'm Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 67.
Welcome to the Restore. What are you looking for today?
I'm looking for a new sofa.
We got it here at the Restore.
Find it at the Restore.
If you need trim or molding, come on down here to see us at the Restore.
We got it at the Habitat Restore.
And all of our lighting is 50% off here at the Restore.
We got it. Remember, we got it today, but it may be gone tomorrow.
The Habitat Restore at 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Murfreesboro Funeral Home and Cremation Services.
The death of a loved one, probably one of the hardest times in their life they have to go through.
Keith Stapleton, manager of the Murfreesboro Funeral Home.
It's our job to see them through that.
Visit murfreesborofuneralhome.com.
Toots,
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants.
toots,
Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 p.m. We've got $5.99 lunch specials every day, sure to please.
toots,
We're offering our $5.99 lunch specials, take out or dine in. So stop by, grab yours today.
toots,
At Toots, we not only want you to feel comfortable, we want you to feel safe.
toots.
Our staff is ready to serve you at one of our 4 Rutherford County locations.
Good food and fun.
This is Charlie Pitts, Murfreesboro Singing Barber. I want to start this thing off by getting everyone that's got a business to lower the prices. Come on over to my shop. I'll give you $5 off all the services that we got. We need to do all we can to get the prices down for each other. And everybody all over has got real high prices, and we need to lower them. Come on over to my shop. I'll give you $5 off all the services that we got. Charlie Pitts Barber. I'm at 2528 Las Casas Pike.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
Listen each weekday morning at 9 o'clock for the Roundtable here on News Radio WGNS. Interesting hosts and guests with the news, views, politics, sports, and people that are shaping Rutherford County. Here on News Radio WGNS.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
The NBA back in action after taking Election Day off. In games of note, the Cavaliers beat the Pelicans in New Orleans 131-122. Cleveland is the only remaining undefeated team left in the NBA at 9-0. That's because the Thunder lost their first of the year to the Nuggets 124-122. Oklahoma City now 7-1 in the season. Nikola Jokic led Denver with a triple-double, 23 points, 20 rebounds, and 16 assists. Warriors go into Boston, beat the Celtics 118-112. Golden State 7-1, 5-0 on the road. Boston drops their first home loss of the season, or their first home game of the season, and drops to 7-2 overall. Suns are 7-1 after beating the Heat 115-112. Kevin Durant 32 points as Phoenix has won 6 straight, and they're 5-0 at home. Clippers beat the 76ers 110-98 in his first game against his old team. Paul George of Philadelphia had 18 points in 24 minutes. LeBron James 39 points, but the Lakers lose to the Grizzlies 131-114.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
621 here on the Wake Up Crew, and we're powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Since 1936, MTE has provided light, comfort, and connection to our community. And as your trusted energy advisor, MTE is always here to help you. Connect online at MTE.com or download the MyMTE app. Brian, a couple of, on a serious note, hate to report deaths, but celebrity deaths. But Quincy Jones, 91, passed away this week, actually. He produced Thriller. He did the music for The Color Purple. He also did the music for Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And he worked with Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, Whoopi Goldberg, you name it. He's worked with them. So
was he not an artist himself?
He played jazz. I think he composer. And We Are the World. He's composed that concoction. And so sorry to hear him. Also, one that you may not know, Terry Garr. She's a comedian. She died at age 79. She was in Young Frankenstein. She played Phoebe's mom on Friends.
Oh, okay.
And so
she is now.
She started she was a pretty good comedian in the 70s on I think Mary Tyler Moore Show and that kind of thing. So may they rest in peace. So Quincy Jones and Terry Garr. Now it's time for our song of the day. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's an annoying song.
It is an annoying song. This is the second and last week of that, since it hasn't seemed to be.
But it's also one of the most popular.
This one may be. This one may certainly be.
Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, Macarena. Dala tu cuerpo alegría Macarena, que tu cuerpo es para dar la alegría y cosa buena. Dala tu cuerpo.
Who hasn't done that dance to that song?
That's true.
And at a wedding.
Oh yeah, there are a lot of wedding songs on
the
this.
Chicken dance.
On this
Remember
list.
Chicken Dance?
I do.
Yeah. So, that's by, who is it by, Brian?
Los Del Rio.
Del Rio. That's Macarena. I remember trying to learn that.
The beat and is all good. I just think maybe it's because
I think it's overuse.
Well,
that's why it makes it annoying. I don't know that the song necessarily is that bad. It's just been used over and over and over again.
True.
Mary Bell Janani, or is it Janani? You tell me.
Maybe Janani.
Janani. Today's Good Neighbor of the Day for caring for her family, friends, and fellow church members and being a bright spot all over town. She recently turned 90 years old. Way to go, Mary Bell. Mary Bell Janani will receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and the family over at Ryan Flowers, Coffee and Gifts.
All right, that is today's Good Neighbor of the Day. You've got time to get birthdays into us this morning. The number is 615-893-1450. And in the coming days, we'll get your good neighbor on the air, too. Just call or text our number.
Facts of life, the facts of life.
An octopus thinks with its tentacles.
Stones River Manor, the only faith-based nonprofit home for seniors in Rutherford County.
Everyone is so friendly. They really want to make you happy here.
Stones River Manor offers independent living.
When you get to our age and you live in a house, there's always things that's got to be done. Living here, I don't have to worry about anything.
You don't have a yard to mow. You don't have a roof to repair.
Just what you want to do outside.
Start the journey. They're near the intersection of Haynes Drive and Memorial Boulevard. Online at stonesrivermanor.com.
Roscoe Brown has been Middle Tennessee's go-to for all HVAC and plumbing needs since 1940. Our commitment, you ask? It's to provide you with not just services, but solutions that bring comfort, efficiency, and peace of mind. From the heat of summer to the cold of winter, our expert team ensures your home environment is exactly how you want it. Perfect. Trust in Roscoe Brown for all your HVAC and plumbing needs, where your family's comfort has been our priority for over 80 years. RoscoeBrown.com.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. Collectively, they were extremely loud for 40 minutes of college basketball regulation time, or nearly 2 hours counting all the timeouts, clock stoppages, pregame, and halftime segments. Nearly 6,000 Rutherford County school youngsters yelled, screamed, cheered, danced in their seats, and more on Monday during the annual Education Day field trip to Middle Tennessee State University's Murphy Center, where the MT Blue Raiders defeated the Oglethorpe University Petrels 97-51. Education Day games are a way for MTSU, the Blue Raiders, and Lady Raiders to partner with Rutherford County Schools and Murfreesboro City Schools, bringing the youngsters to campus for a college basketball game and a small sample of college life. As Rutherford County's population continues to grow, so do opportunities within its school system.
We have historically added over 1,000 students new to the district every year, and that holds true this current year as well.
Currently, more than 51,000 students are enrolled in the county schools, and new developments are opening the door for even greater flexibility for families.
We are scheduled to open a new elementary school in the Blackman area, Poplar Grove, which is opening next fall.
According to school choice coordinator Jeff McCann, the district's expansion translates into more educational paths, enabling students to find schools that align with their personal interests and academic goals. Middle Tennessee State University School of Music students will spread melodic and lyrical joy as they help usher in the holiday season with George Frederick Handel's Messiah, November 17th. Tickets are $25 and can only be purchased online or at the Tucker Theater box office. There's a link to tickets on our website, WGNSradio.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
27 minutes after the hour here on the Wake Up Crew. This is a Thursday. Drive safely out there this morning. You know, it's been an interesting week. You know, kids were out for Election Day, and
yeah,
here we are, already Thursday. When you have a day missing, and when kids are home like a day, it kind of makes the week seem weird. You know, like, oh, we're back at school. It's almost like another Sunday right there and stuck in the middle.
Right. I know that one thing that was a little different for the county, at least, I don't remember about the city, but the county, it was a teacher work day.
Yeah.
So
I know.
That made that a little weird.
Which put a little bit more, emphasis on the granddad. So had to get one to basketball practice, but that's okay. You know, just no big deal.
It's interesting. I understand probably out of school because a lot of the schools are used as vote centers.
Right.
But if it's an election, wouldn't most of the people that had to work be the ones that would vote? I guess they could vote at their school if it was there.
I think that's probably the thinking.
Maybe.
And it takes care of a day, I guess.
Yeah.
Brian, I almost got scammed.
How did that happen?
Well, it happened to me last Friday.
Oh, no.
I got this email that had a person's name on it. So I click on it, and I'm almost embarrassed to say because I'm this stupid, but anyway, I'm old. Okay. And so I click on the name because I just thought it was a message. And it was a message, and it said, hey, congratulations on that iPhone 16 or whatever you just won, $660 or that you just paid for. And so, whoa, Jack, I didn't buy a phone for $660. So I call the number, and the guy answers. You can imagine. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's telling me that, I need to pay it, but I don't have to pay it. I can ask for a refund. I can get a refund.
All they need is your account information.
Okay. When he said that, though, I alertly put the phone down and said, hold on just a second. I said, Brett, I think I'm being scammed. He goes, what is it? I explained real quickly. He goes, yeah, you're being scammed. I said, hang up the phone. And so, boom, I hung up. They called me back. I never did answer again. So I was just that close. But I know one thing, though. I never give when they ask for information on the phone. I don't give it unless I've actually called them and I know the company that I'm talking to.
And see, that's a great example of you did call, but you didn't know the company or who you were dealing with. So
and see, they put just the person's name down there, so that's why you click on the email. So.
And that email probably would have taken you someplace where they could have maybe gotten into your computer too.
Yeah, which I hope they haven't. But,
if you didn't click on a link, I think you're very safe.
Yeah. Well, no.
Scammers.
All right. And I didn't get anything from the bank either.
Well, that's true.
And the banks are so on it now.
Yeah.
That, they'll and I said, I don't have anything from my bank regarding a purchase.
I'm surprised he didn't hang up when you said, hey, Brett, I'm being scammed.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he heard me or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I walked away from the phone. Let's go to Today in History.
It's time for Today in History.
When you turn to Turner Security, powered by TechCore, you can leave your security issues at the door. Turn to Turner Security.
You're a good neighbor station, WGNS.
Ask not what your country can do for you.
I'm Brian Barrett.
Ask what you can do for your country.
I'm John Dinkins.
I have a dream.
This is Dalton Merritt.
Tear down this wall.
Ooh, I'm getting political today.
I noticed.
1874, the first cartoon depicting elephant as Republican Party symbol by Thomas Nast. In 1904, George Cohan's first full-length musical, Little Johnny Jones, featuring the song Yankee Doodle Dandy and Give My Regards to Broadway, opens at the Liberty Theater in New York City. It runs for 52 performances before going on tour.
I'm the kid that saw the candy. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm glad I am. I'm a real-life Yankee Doodle, made my name and fame and boodle, just like Mr. Doodle did by riding on a pony.
And in 1944, Franklin Roosevelt is re-elected President of the United States for a record fourth term, defeating Republican candidate Thomas E. Dewey. He didn't fulfill that last. He died while he was in office, and that's where Big Harry came in, Harry Truman. 1976, Gone with the Wind, the 1939 Oscar-winning film epic starring Vivian Leigh and Clark Gable, makes broadcast television's debut on NBC. That was a big deal back in the day.
Yeah.
65% share of TV viewers.
Jeez.
And talking about tight elections, remember Bush and Gore?
Oh, yeah, that was my anniversary, first anniversary.
The result is Bush's favor is eventually resolved by the Supreme Court. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees, there are a bunch of them, including Whitney Houston. Brandon Brooks is next with Rewind, 633.
This is CBS Rewind. November 7th, 1960. The release of the John Wayne movie, is dated 1987. Bruce Springsteen at the top of the album chart with Tunnel of Love. This date in 1990. Wrong, stage 29. Arsenio Hall got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And November 7th, 2011. Dr. Conrad Murray found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in the death of Michael Jackson 2 years earlier. I'm Brandon Brooks, and that's Rewind.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And cover your furry friends with pet health insurance.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Showers and storms possible in the area today, mainly before noon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, fairly light winds. Highs top out near 77 degrees. Tonight, it remains mostly cloudy. Lows drop to 58. Winds north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunshine develops. Highs warm into the lower to middle 70s. Then lows fall back to 51 on Friday night. I'm Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 67.
Good morning. It's trying to load up with a little bit more volume now on 24 coming westbound, passing 840, leaving Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. All that traffic westbound, 24 headed up into Antioch. Finishing up the paperwork on the wreck, 65 northbound at Wedgwood. It's not slowing it down too bad yet, but it is building, however, coming up from Brentwood, Williamson County on 65 north into South Nashville. Hey, Princess Hot Chicken has 2 items on a new menu. You can check them out today. Order online. It's easy. PrincessHotChicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and AmeriCare Pest Control.
I've got pests, bees, buzzing, rodents running all through my house. Ants chewing wood, and look, there's a mouse. I'm overrun with pests, but you're gonna be sure, safe and secure. It's the last rites for those pests. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests.
893-7111. AmeriCare Services Incorporated. Call us today. 893-7111.
WGNS encourages you to shop local.
let's patronize our local family businesses. We also remind you that the Red Cross is critically low on blood. So please give the gift of life to our local Red Cross. Right now, phone them and set up an appointment to give blood at a time that fits your schedule. Phone 800-RED-CROSS. There are some great plays to enjoy. Beautiful, the Carole King musical. That's playing at the Center for the Arts in Uptown Murfreesboro, along with the classic Guys and Dolls at the Arts Center of Cannon County in neighboring Woodbury. And John Steinbeck's Of Mice and Men is performed by Bravo Burrow. That's at the Mills Pate Arts Center on the Old Nashville Highway. Attention Murfreesboro parents, you can sharpen your child's basketball skills while also encouraging positive spiritual change. Learn more about Coach Andy Herzer's First Shot. It's for ages 5 to 14. Get with Coach Herzer at First Shot Basketball. Remember the name, Coach Andy Herzer at First Shot Basketball. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
Fast response if the power goes out.
An app that keeps me informed. Tips to lower my monthly bill.
Communication on things that matter to me.
Done, 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 done.
I want to know everything.
Everything? Well, young lady, let me show you the MyMTE app. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
If someone asked, "What's your more?" would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
Fellas, if you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results with testosterone therapy, or TRT. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced personalized plans that include both lab testing and self-inject medication. Low T Center makes it easy, shipping directly to your door. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's health care.
Did you know that participating in Murfreesboro's special census could help bring more funding to our city? Here's Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
Cities throughout Tennessee receive approximately $175 per resident. Those dollars shared with us will greatly benefit our community.
Let's make sure Murfreesboro gets its true share. Complete the special census today at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew with John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
It's time for the dad joke of the day. Oh, nice guy.
21 before the hour. Welcome back to the Wake Up Crew. And as always, it's time for our dad joke of the day. A really good week last week. 4s and 5s, maybe 1-3, I believe, out of the whole week. That's pretty amazing. Mostly 4s.
And this week's been good, too, so far.
Well, that's what I meant. What did I say last week?
Well, I had a good week last week. I thought I'd just add to it.
Well, I kind of go in the terms of when Dalton is here. That's a good week.
That's a week.
Yeah, and I count my weeks. It's my days. It's different days. Yeah,
it's a different week.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm on my own.
I guess it's true.
You don't have a joke?
I would love to present one for you this morning. You know, my heart rate went up, and my Fitbit congratulated me on a good workout.
Really?
Yeah, I was eating.
What would Alan rate it?
Your jokes are amazing.
Yeah, I'm thinking a 4, a strong 4.
Strong 4?
Strong 4. Maybe giggle, but would Alan think that's Alan Swader? Would he think that's a good joke?
Well, it's probably very truthful for me anyway.
It's 6:41 here on the Wake Up Crew.
CBS News Brief. Transition plans underway in Washington after President-elect Donald Trump's big win this week. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
The current president plans to address the nation later today and has invited President-elect Trump to the White House. The Trump team says the meeting will take place shortly.
Mr. Trump's team says it's been vetting and processing potential administration officials. The Fed's expected to announce another quarter percentage point interest rate cut today. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
The specific focus is likely to be the press conference that Jerome Powell delivers, because what happens next with the Federal Reserve is really dependent on the policies of the Trump administration.
A military judge has reinstated a plea agreement made by the alleged masterminds of the 9/11 attacks. CBS's Stacey Lynn.
The ruling means the plea deals will go forward and the men will eventually be sentenced to life in prison and avoid the death penalty.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. Middle Tennessee State University's School of Music students will spread melodic and lyrical joy as they help usher in the holiday season with George Frederick Handel's Messiah, November 17th. Tickets are $25 and can be only purchased online or at the Tucker Theater box office. The concert, sponsored by MTSU President Sidney McPhee's office, is expected to last just over an hour. Maury County's first responders credited a local couple for saving a man's life following a fiery crash Monday morning. The wreck was reported around 8:15 on Monday along Fred White Road. Deputy Chief Richard Schatz with the Maury County Fire Department says before personnel arrived, a couple who lived near the crash site worked to pull the 36-year-old driver out of the fiery vehicle. Schatz' crews arrived quickly, but the difference between life and death for the man came down to the selfless couple who rushed to help a stranger in distress. Police in Deckard made 2 arrests in connection with multiple vehicle burglaries at the Nissan Powertrain Assembly plant. On Monday, the Deckard Police Department posted images to social media seeking the public's assistance identifying the owner of a vehicle that entered the assembly plant's parking lot that morning. Police say the driver was seen entering the parking lot before 5 a.m., entering multiple unlocked vehicles, and leaving about 6:45 a.m. Deckard police say the investigation is ongoing and that items stolen on Monday have yet to be recovered. If you have any information regarding the thefts, or if you're a victim that has not yet filed a report, you're asked to please contact Deckard Police. Following the 2024 election, Tennessee lawmakers have taken the next steps to prohibit the state's property tax. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Here's Dr. Craig McCabe at McCabe Vision Center.
We have a full line of laser procedures.
Dr. Craig McCabe.
As well, we offer the Doctor brand of skin peels, as well as a full line of cosmetic pharmaceuticals. Make yourself look 10 years younger. Call McCabe Vision Center.
On Heritage Park Drive, behind SunTrust Bank.
Do you ever wonder why big financial institutions offer you hundreds of dollars to open an account? Have you ever looked through the pages of fine print to see the fees and conditions? You won't find complicated sales pitches at Heritage South Community Credit Union. We are different. We help when others won't. It's what our members tell us we do every day. If you're tired of the hassle, it's time to try a local community credit union. Visit heritagesouth.org to learn more or open an account today. Insured by NCUA.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
I want expert advice on going 100% solar.
I want to go green without breaking the bank.
I want to meet my sustainability goals.
I want solar to be simple.
Done, 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 done.
I want to save the planet.
Little hero, let's start with one of MTE's solar programs first. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at MTE.com.
All right, guys, it's Scott. If you're feeling tired, lacking motivation and drive, gaining weight, or noticing a loss of muscle mass, these could all be signs of low testosterone. Don't wait. Find out now. At Low T Center here in Murfreesboro on Medical Center Parkway, they make it easy to get your levels checked. And with their on-site lab, you'll get those results back in about 25 minutes. Low T Center is not a typical doctor's office. Their physicians specialize in treating low testosterone with customized therapy, or TRT, for each patient. The experts at Low T Center have over a decade of experience experience helping patients achieve life-changing results. And most health insurance is accepted for treatment. For established patients with stable T levels, they also offer a convenient, physician-monitored, self-inject treatment plan that ships directly to your home each month without the need to come into the office for weekly visits. And at Low T Center, you can also get your health evaluated for treatment with prescription GLP-1 weight loss medications. Yep, you can lose weight. Get back to your best. Go to lowtcenter.com to book your appointment today. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Man on the Street Newsmakers, brought to you by Old National Bank in Murfreesboro.
We're excited to announce that Capstar Bank is now officially a division of Old National Bank. All those friends you've made while banking here over the years, well, they're still there. And so are the delicious, warm, homemade cookies.
In Murfreesboro at 2230 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Everything you enjoyed at Capstar, still there at Old National Bank. Old National Bank, ready to serve you.
Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now, information you need. Are there major risk factors of Alzheimer's disease and dementia that we need to be aware of?
If you have a biological parent that has the disease, if they're carrying that gene, you do have a 50% chance of getting the disease.
But the greatest risk are with
people who smoke have a higher risk of forming Alzheimer's. People who drink alcohol have a higher risk of Alzheimer's. Exercise is a good way to lower your risk factor. Education is also a great way to lower your risk factor because you're exercising your brain. You're stretching it by learning.
And here's a shocker.
When we look at all of the counties, Rutherford County ranks third out of all the counties in the state where Alzheimer's is listed as the cause of death. Overall, Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in America. So more people die of Alzheimer's than they do of breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. Women have a higher risk of Alzheimer's than men. With men, they've focused for the last at least 20 years on cardiovascular health, which were all risk factors we've already discussed for Alzheimer's. So by focusing on their cardiovascular health, they improve their risk factors for Alzheimer's.
And that's information you need about Alzheimer's disease and dementia.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
648 here, and you can go to WGNSradio.com/listen to see where to hear your favorite WGNS shows live and on demand, and even watch on Big GTV. That's WGNSradio.com/listen. Also, we've got Man on the Street Newsmakers coming up in just a little bit, too. Brian, there's a gentleman named Dingo Dinkelman.
What a terrible name.
From South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
He's South Africa's Steve Irwin. Deals with animals and reptiles, snakes.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, at least he's famous, and that makes you know his name.
Well, he died.
Oh, well.
Yeah, Dingo died.
Sorry.
Died of a snake bite.
Interesting.
At age 44. Now, it says here in the article, which is just amazing to me, he was allergic to snake venom. So he just immediately died. I mean, it was just like, like get stung by a bee.
Yeah.
He immediately died. Well, no, he didn't immediately die, but, I mean, he immediately was affected.
Sure.
And he spent a month in the ICU in a coma, and he passed away. My question.
I think I would have to bake pastries instead.
Yes.
As a career.
Would you not do something else?
Yeah.
If you loved it that much, I mean, go fight alligators like Steve Irwin did or whatever.
But nothing venomous.
But he was allergic to any kind of snake venom.
Yeah.
Where you couldn't have saved him.
I think sometimes for some people that's part of the thrill of what they do. Cheating death, living on the edge.
I guess so. I guess that's right.
But not me.
All these people that parachute jump and climb mountains, and I was never one of those people.
No. Let's see. Heather's aunt. We went to Tullahoma. I think it was Tullahoma, where they take you up in an airplane. She wanted to do that, and they
Heather?
buddy jump. Heather's aunt.
Oh.
And so we all went because it was like a big birthday. Maybe it was when she turned 60 or something. I don't know. But regardless, that's what she wanted to do, and she jumped out of the airplane. It was a buddy jump, so it wasn't just her solo, but that's one of the things that she wanted to do. And I said right then, I don't care if I'm 50 or 60 or 7, whatever. I'm not doing that. George H.W. Bush did
Yeah,
it.
he sure did.
Every year.
89 or 90 years old, didn't he?
Yeah. That's what he did every year on his birthday until he was physically unable. That doesn't tickle my fancy.
No. But rest in peace, Dingo Dinkelman, who died at 44 of a snake bite that he was allergic to.
Great name, though.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Very memorable.
Yeah, that's true. Let's go to some birthdays today.
It's birthday time. 'Cause it's birthday time. What a day for celebrating. There'll be songs and gifts and some happy congregating. This is birthday time with your friends and your relations. It's a time for joy and happy celebrations. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Okay, happy birthday to Marie Curie. She was born in 1867, Polish-French scientist who discovered radium and the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. 1903, Dean Jagger, American actor. He was in White Christmas, played the old general in that movie. 1918, Billy Graham, American Baptist evangelist, described as one of the 20th century's most influential Christian leaders, born in Charlotte, North Carolina.
He was 100, wasn't he?
I think so.
When he passed
Died in
away?
2018. Yeah, well, that would be right, Brian. Way to go. Wow. Way to add that up. 1943, Joni Mitchell, Canadian singer-songwriter and producer.
Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes.
Okay, sorry. Got distracted. I love that song, though, by the way. All right, and 1996, is it Lord or Lord? Lord, it's Lord.
I think so.
Okay, New Zealand singer.
And we'll never be royals. It's a running out blood.
Not the Lord, but Lord.
Right, yeah.
We crave a different kind of buzz.
He might sing. The Lord may sing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, and that's a look at celebrity birthdays. Here are some local birthdays. Boy, we got a who's who again today.
Man, that is.
Clint Hall has a birthday. Jordan Middleton. Jordan.
Yeah, working for the Titans, I think.
Franny McMahon. Joe Hanley. Andrew Farrer. Shelley Sklar. Amy Jackson. Happy birthday, Amy. Deborah Swift. And I must take a pause because today is Brian and Heather Barrett's 26th wedding anniversary, and I personally would like to say congratulations.
Well, thank you. I don't know how I've done it.
26 years. So you're how, almost 50?
She would say the same thing. I will.
So half your life you've been with Heather.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Can't you tell?
And half her life she's been with you.
Uh-huh, can't you tell?
Well, you going to do anything special or anything?
No. That was last year. We went to dinner for 25.
You're not going to do anything this year?
We'll do something.
Oh, something. Okay, whatever. Let's do your thing over there, okay?
All right. Oh, it's holiday time.
God, it shook him up.
Well, today is National Hug-a-Bear Day.
Really?
Not like Dingo would, but a teddy bear.
Yeah, a teddy bear. Okay.
Yeah. It's also National Bittersweet Chocolate with Almonds Day. And it's National Men Make Dinner Day. So it's your turn, men. Once a year, you have to make dinner.
And for that 26th anniversary.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Showers and storms possible in the area today, mainly before noon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, fairly light winds. Highs top out near 77 degrees. Tonight, it remains mostly cloudy. Lows drop to 58. Winds north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunshine develops. Highs warm into the lower to middle 70s. Then lows fall back to 51 on Friday night. I'm Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 67.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE Sharing Change is funded by members who round up their electric bills to the nearest dollar each month as a donation and support hundreds of local nonprofits. Find out more at sharingchange.org.
Good morning. It's pretty heavy now. 65 southbound, trying to get down past Trinity Lane. All that traffic volume coming down from the north there out of Madison as it builds now on 24 westbound up through the Antioch area, coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, Wilson County. Traffic's on the increase westbound on I-40, leaving the Mount Juliet area, headed on into Hermitage. Hey, Nash Painting, a non-franchise painting company, mention this ad, get a 10% discount. Call Nash Painting today at 912-2288. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
I'm a single mom, and as you can imagine, it's a fight sometimes just to get out the door. But when I need new tires or something's wrong with my car, I need to head to someone I can trust. I go to Tire World.
Tire World, we keep your family rolling.
Tire World, locally owned and operated.
Novatech, Middle Tennessee's local office technology and document solutions expert, reflects the additional managed IT and print services now available to area businesses. Visit Novatech.net. Novatech provides businesses with a predictable experience at a predictable expense. Novatech offers free cost analysis so you may easily choose the exact solutions to meet your needs within your budget. Visit Novatech.net. That's Novatech.net.
Are you shopping for lights?
We got it!
Doors?
We got it.
Flooring?
We got it.
Furniture?
We got it here at the Habitat Restore. 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Remember, we got it today, but it may be gone tomorrow.
Find it at the Restore, yeah. We got it at the Habitat Restore. The Habitat Restore at 850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so that you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard, or give us a call at 615-907-7056. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
As a leader in environmental services, sustainability is deeply integrated into our business model. At Middle Point Landfill, we are environmentalists at heart. We use a cutting-edge technology in combination with our deep experience in recycling and waste services to protect our environment and our neighbors. That's our job, and that's our promise. This is Mike Klassen with Middle Point Landfill. We invite you to learn more about us at middlepointlandfill.com. For public services, we are sustainability in action.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
Oh, this hour's about gone. It really is. It is gone. 6:58 here on the Wake Up Crew. Mary Bell Giannani is today's Good Neighbor of the Day for caring for her family, friends, and fellow church members and being a bright spot all over town. She recently turned 90, and Mary Bell is going to receive flowers from Jenny Harrison and the family over at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, and, of course, here at News Radio WGNS.
So if you'd like to send us a good neighbor of the day like Mary Bell, all you have to do is text NEIGHBOR to 615-893-1450 and just tap on the link you get back from us. You can also get to that at WGNSradio.com/Good Neighbor. Also, you've got about a half an hour to get in your birthdays and anniversaries for this Thursday, November 7th, because in an hour or so, we'll announce everybody that we've taken throughout the morning and ones that we have listed here so far, and give away banana pudding from Slick Pig Barbecue. News is coming up next.
Murfreesboro is conducting a special census, and we need your help. Fill out the secure online form at murfreesborocensus.com and list everyone living in your home. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
Don't forget to do that, and we're up to the news at 7 o'clock.
Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, flagship station for MTSU Sports. Courthouse clock time, 7 o'clock.
The Trump transition.
This is a seismic shift in American policy.
Harris concedes.
We must accept the results of this election.
Another Fed rate cut.
This would follow the 0.5 percentage point cut that we saw in September.
Good morning, I'm Peter King with the CBS World News Roundup. A day after Donald Trump became a president-elect for the second time, we're starting to get some specifics on how the next Trump term will start. Here's CBS News correspondent Robert Costa.
Many Republican senators privately told me they are already speaking to President-elect Trump about moving quickly on confirmations. And if they think somebody's going to be tricky, they're ready to have certain nominees serve as acting secretaries. So they want to get moving on the agenda, even if these confirmations get stalled in the upper chamber. This is a seismic shift in American policy. It is an overhaul, potentially, based on my conversations, of the executive branch. President-elect Trump wants loyalists in there, and he also wants people who are willing to shake it up. That means the intelligence agencies, the National Security Agency, the CIA, the State Department, what's going on at the Federal Trade Commission. All of it will have Trump's fingerprints on policy and attitude.
4 years ago, Trump refused to accept the election results and did not make a concession speech. He also refused to congratulate the winner. This year, President Biden and Vice President Harris have promised a smooth transition, going down a much different path.
On a stage lined with American flags, Vice President Harris stood behind a podium donned with the vice presidential seal and addressed her supporters.
While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
She said that's the fight for freedom,
for opportunity, for fairness, and the dignity of all people.
She acknowledged that fight will take hard work.
But like I always say, we like hard work.
Stacey Lynn, CBS News, the White House.
I'm Matt Piper. President Biden will address the nation at 11 in the morning, Washington, D.C. time. It will be the president's first appearance on camera in the aftermath of Donald Trump's victory over his vice president, Kamala Harris. In his statement, Biden said of Harris, in part, under extraordinary circumstances, she stepped up and led a historic campaign.
Donald Trump has said that one of his first acts as president will be to fire special counsel Jack Smith, who's leading the prosecution for the Capitol insurrection and classified documents cases against him. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
The two federal cases, I think, almost certainly will end quickly. Reporting indicates that Special counsel Jack Smith, who's the prosecutor who brought these cases, is actually already making plans to wind them down. I think when it comes to the New York hush money case, the conviction stands, but even before former President Trump became President-elect Trump, there was a distinct possibility that he was never going to be sentenced to time in prison.
As for the possibility of pardons for those convicted in the Capitol riots, Trump's campaign says he'll consider pardons on a case-by-case basis. Donald Trump has long said the Biden administration was sending too much aid to Ukraine, and his victory has Ukraine's President Zelensky worried about what and what not to expect. CBS's Imtiaz Tyab is in Korets, Ukraine.
Russian President Vladimir Putin says the war cannot end until the areas his forces have claimed as annexations, around 1/5 of Ukraine's territory, are recognized, while Kyiv insists all of its land must be returned. Whatever the case, the new Trump presidency will also likely test not only NATO, but Europe as a whole, after he threatened to fundamentally reevaluate NATO's purpose and mission.
California's Ventura County mountain fire is now 14,000 acres large. Thousands of people have been forced to evacuate homes north of Los Angeles. Here's CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti.
Home after home engulfed in flames as the fast-moving mountain fire in Camarillo, California, tore through miles of neighborhoods yesterday.
I try to be very philosophical about it and just say it's all just stuff.
The fire spread so fast, law enforcement raced to rescue senior citizens, pulling them out of their homes in wheelchairs just seconds ahead of the flames.
With a fire of this magnitude and moving that fast, getting people out of the way is paramount.
It's 5 past the hour.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do. Cannonball! Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp.
I can probably hit the green from here.
Probably.
Can I get a mulligan?
Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably okay.
Probably okay isn't okay, especially when it comes to drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The Federal Reserve is expected to cut interest rates by 0.25 percentage point later today. More from CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
The results of the presidential election are not likely to sway the Federal Reserve. They are clearly seeing through an economy that is continuing to grow and an inflation rate that is coming down. But of specific focus is likely to be the press conference that Jerome Powell delivers, because what happens next with the Federal Reserve is really dependent on the policies of the Trump administration.
The center of Hurricane Rafael is now back over water after the storm battered much of western Cuba with high winds and heavy rain. These tourists were in the middle of it all in Havana.
We're not really scared. For now, I think we're fine.
It's not the Gaza, is it? It's only a bit of wind and rain, and perhaps no electricity. Let's make it an adventure. That's what I say.
Rafael is a Category 2 storm right now, but Hurricane Center forecasters say it'll weaken to a tropical storm by the time it makes landfall next week, most likely in Mexico. Talking about the weather, 1.5 degrees Celsius is nearly 3 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're about to find out why that's important.
2024 is virtually certain to be the hottest year on record. The European Climate Agency, known as Copernicus, says by the end of the year, this planet will be 1.55 degrees C above the average temperature when we first started burning planet-warming fuels back in the Industrial Revolution. Now, this is the first time we have crossed that 1.5 to stay alive red line climate scientists have been worried about for years. Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Atlanta.
In just a few hours, a death penalty hearing starts for a man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students in 2022. CBS News legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum.
In states where capital punishment is available, there usually is a hearing before the trial even begins, where the prosecution informs the court that the state intends to seek the death penalty and the reasons why such a punishment is warranted, provided the prosecutor can prove the 4 counts of first-degree murder.
Time on the roundup, 8 past the hour.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Jorge, let's bring the nail gun over here.
Jose stands tall atop his sustainable flooring company.
Totally. It's renewable and moisture resistant, but we have several green options too. Or we got some beautiful reclaimed oak.
But floored by his success, he needs to hire more installers.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Now you're up to date on the latest national news. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News Radio. More local news, traffic, weather, and fun continues with the Wake Up Crew here on News Radio WGNS.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Brian Barrett. John Dinkins, Dalton Barrett along here with us for the 7 o'clock hour of the Wake Up Crew this morning. Right now, we pause to check on traffic and weather together. Brought to you by Murfreesboro favorite, Toots.
Toots. Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, and I'm here with my dad, Wade. Dad, what's your favorite food at Toots?
Well, you know my favorite thing has not changed. It's our fall-off-the-bone Danish baby back ribs. I love those.
And they're $14.99 on Saturdays and Sundays all weekend long. Thank you, Rutherford County, for 39 amazing years. Swing by one of our 4 Rutherford County locations for some good food and fun.
Good food and fun.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Showers and storms possible in the area today, mainly before noon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, fairly light winds. Highs top out near 77 degrees. Tonight it remains mostly cloudy. Lows drop to 58. Winds north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunshine develops, highs warm into the lower to middle 70s, then lows fall back to 51 on Friday night. I'm Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 66.
We're excited to announce that Capstar Bank is now officially a division of Old National Bank. Old National Bank in Murfreesboro at 2230 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Old National Bank, ready to serve you.
Old National Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good morning. It's starting to get a little bit heavier now on Vietnam. That's coming westbound at Conference Drive as that traffic volume is right on schedule now. 24 westbound, passing Bell Road, Antioch area there as you come in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County. It's been in pretty good shape so far on 65 northbound up through Franklin into Brentwood, Williamson County. Hey, whether you need a new roof, roof repair, roof inspection, call Independent Roofing Specialists today at area code 615-991-2358. Go online to irsroofs.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hi, this is Stan with Parks Auction Company, and by now you've probably heard our commercials and know that we are committed to helping you increase your investments. Call 896-4600 to set an appointment with me or one of my team members. That's 896-4600. Parks Auction Company. We handle everything.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
This is the Wake Up Crew.
Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
With John Dinkins, Brian Barrett, and Dalton Barrett.
All right, welcome back to the Wake Up Crew here on a Thursday morning. We've got Throwback Thursday coming up here today and much more as we continue on with episode 1529 of the show. Got Lady Raider basketball on the radio tomorrow, and then streaming on all of our platforms will be Stewart's Creek and Independence football. Thanksgiving break, 17 days away. Thanksgiving itself is just 21 days away. So, got something kind of funny coming up for you here in just a second. But first, our song of the day. This is one of the most annoying songs from Los Del Rio. It's played at least once an hour at every wedding.
Man, that's what makes it annoying.
I guess so. Maybe so.
I've kind of figured out the concept here.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
We had another one that was like that. Rock the Boat's kind of like that. You know, Rock the Boat. You know, everybody knows it, but it's not that great of a song, so therefore it's annoying.
I think the one about the duck was the worst one from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's the worst song.
Yeah.
Now, Electric Boogie's played at weddings all the time, too.
Right.
Electric Boogie, you know, that slide, the electric slide. So, but yeah, that was just Disco Duck. I had that record.
Disco
Do you want me to bring it up?
No, I don't think so.
Have we got a record player?
No.
We're a radio station. We don't have a record player.
We've got plenty of records.
Yeah. No record player.
John, Nate Bargatze a few weeks ago was on Saturday Night Live, and he played the character General George Washington and what Washington's dream for the country would be. Thought that would be kind of appropriate for the week that we've been in, and maybe put a little...
Some say this is the number one skit they've ever done.
Maybe so. It's it did it in two parts, but I've kind of condensed it down, so enjoy.
We fight for a country of our own, a new nation, where we choose our own laws.
Hear, hear.
Said sir. And choose our own systems of weights and measures. Yes, I dream of that one day. Our proud nation will measure weights in pounds, and that 2,000 pounds shall be called a ton.
And what will 1,000 pounds be called, sir?
Nothing. And we will be free to measure liquids in liters and milliliters, but not all liquids, only soda, wine, and alcohol. Because for milk and paint, we will use gallons, pints, and quarts, God willing.
Okay. How many liters are in a gallon, sir?
Nobody knows. Distance will be measured in inches, feet, yard, and miles. So 12 inches to a foot?
12 feet to a yard.
If it were only so simple. 3 feet to a yard.
And how many yards to a mile?
Nobody knows.
feels a little complicated, sir. Why not use meters and kilometers?
We will, soldier. But only in certain unpopular sports like track and swimming. For popular sports like football, we will use yards.
Football, sir?
Yes. It's a sport where you throw a ball with your hands.
So in football, there is no kicking?
There's a little kicking. You kick the ball to get points.
How many points, sir?
Sometimes 1 and sometimes 3. We shall have 2 different unrelated scales of temperature. One of them will make sense to the entire world, and the other will be super random. Our great nation will use the random one.
What is the scale called, sir?
Fahrenheit.
Spell that for me.
Impossible. I dream that one day our great nation will have a word for the number 12. We shall call it a dozen.
And what other numbers will we have a word for?
None. And we will be free to spell some words 2 different ways. The name Jeff, the short way with a J and the stupid way with a G. 2 names for animals. One when they are alive, and a different one when they become food. So cows will be beef, pigs will be pork.
And chickens, sir?
That one stays. And we will create our own foods and name them what we want, like the hamburger.
Made of ham, sir?
If it only were that simple. A hamburger is made of beef, just as a buffalo wing is made of chicken. But fear not, men. A hot dog will not be made of dogs.
What is it made of, sir?
Nobody knows. We will create schools to teach our children our ways. The first year of school will be called kindergarten.
And what will the second year be called?
First grade. The children will not have to go to school every day. We will have our own holidays, 4th of July, Flag Day, and President's Day.
And what shall we do to honor our leaders on President's Day, sir?
Buy a mattress, of course. These are my dreams for our nation men.
Buy a mattress on President's Day, huh?
Funny thing about that, it's true, kind of. I mean, you know.
I mean, when you sit back and think about it, we have done some kind of crazy things. I mean, there was one, just for time's sake, I did do some editing on that, but it's like, you know, you've got inches on one side of the ruler and centimeters on the other.
Yeah.
And so is 1 inch 2 centimeters? No, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You know,
things like that.
Yeah, pretty good.
I like the Jeff and Jeff thing.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. Yeah. So Throwback Thursday is straight ahead after our conversation with the Villages.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
The NBA back in action after taking Election Day off. The Cavaliers beat the Pelicans in New Orleans 131-122. Cleveland's the only remaining undefeated team in the NBA at 9-0. The Thunder suffered their first loss of the season. Nuggets with the 124-122 win over Oklahoma City, who's now 7-1. Nikola Jokic, a triple-double for Denver, 23 points, 20 rebounds, and 16 assists. Warriors beat the defending champion Celtics on the road, 118-112. Golden State 7-1 on the season, 5-0 on the road. Boston suffers its first home loss of the year and drops to 7-2 overall. Suns are 7-1. They beat the Heat 115-112. Kevin Durant 32 points in the win. They're 6th in a row, and Phoenix also 5-0 at home this year. Clippers beat the 76ers 110-98 in his first game against his old team. Paul George for Philadelphia had 18 points in 24 minutes in the loss. LeBron James 39 minutes, but the Lakers lose to the Grizzlies 131-114.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the law offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the law offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
When the unexpected happens, fire, water, or storm damage, Farrah Construction can help. Farrah Construction is also there to help when a car slams through the wall, and that seems to happen more often these days. I'm Ron Hall. Let our family at Farrah Construction help you. Call Farrah Construction and we'll board up, put down tarps, secure your home or business until the insurance coverage is approved. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Farrah Construction Company.
Hi, I'm Wade Hayes, owner of Toots Good Food and Fun. I strongly believe that volunteers make a positive difference in the quality of life here in our community.
Sean Miller is our Toots Outstanding Volunteer. He serves on the board at Greenhouse Ministries. He goes out of his way to help with any task that comes up. His philosophy is, if there's a job that needs to be done, don't wait for someone else to think about it. Tackle it quickly and move forward. Sean created and owns 3 yard sale stores in the area. Sean Miller at Greenhouse Ministries, our Toots volunteer.
At Toots, we strongly believe that it's important for every one of our citizens to give some of their time and talent back into the community. And we want to honor these individuals with a Toots gift certificate good at any of our Rutherford County locations. 860 Northwest Broad Street, on Church Street in the Barfield area, in Smyrna on Sam Ridley, and Toots West on Franklin Road at Rucker Lane.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
It's 7:22, and we're back on the Wake Up Crew, headed over to the Villages of Murfreesboro today. Hope Rogers joins us, the executive director, and we're going to introduce you to one of the newest team members over at the Villages. But first, Hope, good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
It's good to talk to you.
I know it's been a while.
It has. We've gotten Halloween over and Thanksgiving and Christmas ahead. It's we're in between Hallow Thankmas. It's time for the thank part.
That's the first time I've heard that. Yes, and I'm already exhausted.
Oh, I know. Pretty soon you'll be putting out Christmas decorations.
Oh, my goodness. If you were here, I would, I'd just smack you.
I'm sure. I know how you love that so much. It's just a lot of work, but the place does look beautiful. So
it does. It looks beautiful. It's well worth it.
Yeah, most certainly. Well, tell me about this new team member who you have.
Well, we have added a new team member, our community relations director, Miss Shanda, who's on the line with us today. We are very happy to have her. Shanda's been here now, gosh, it seems like a couple of years. How long has it been, Shanda?
2.5 months, maybe.
Well,
happy to be here.
That is awesome. Shanda McDaniel, the new community relations director, here with us. And you kind of hit the ground running, it sounds like. You had a big fall festival last weekend and a pretty successful event.
We did. It was amazing. A lot of people came out, and it was a good time. The weather was perfect, and we had a lot of vendors and care facilities that helped us with the Fall Fest and donated a lot of balloons and hay and face paint. I'd love to thank some of those people. Dr. Bramlett donated mums. He's our podiatrist here. He's brand new too, and he is wonderful. And our Jeremy from Home Helpers donated a beautiful balloon arch. Oh my goodness, it was gorgeous. And we had Heart and Soul donate face paint, and Centerwell donated pumpkins, and Ameticist donated tons of hay, which we cleaned up afterwards, and donated to other people. And it was just great.
Cool day. So was this for like residents and their families? Kind of what was the Fall Fest all about?
Yeah, it was absolutely for our residents and their families, and then other people came out too. We advertised on Facebook, and we had some other people show up. So it was great. A good time was had by all. We had great food. We had hot dogs and baked beans, and it was nice.
You know, it takes a lot of people, Hope, to kind of put together any type of event with lots of moving parts. And I know Shanda did a lot of the groundwork for the donations for a lot of the things, but you know, you've got your life enrichment director involved. I mean, it's just kind of a whole staff deal, isn't it?
Absolutely. It literally takes a village to pull something like that off. And we had everybody involved, from the kitchen providing the great meal that we had, Melissa, our life enrichment director, just helping with the games and just helping, advertise it as well. It was everybody. It's a lot of work, but in the end, we look back and we're like, whew, I'm sure I'm tired, but that was so fun. And we had a great turnout.
Yeah, most certainly. Shanda, I know that being in the position that you're in, you get to help and maybe kind of coordinate some of the parts of events like that, but also you're the one that gets to show off the Villages of Murfreesboro. And so that has to be a pretty rewarding job because the difference that it makes in the residents' lives, especially if you've got prospective residents coming in to look and you get to take them around to that beautiful facility and show them all the cool things that are going on.
It really is. I mean, it every day I'm so happy that I can be here, but at such a wonderful place. I mean, it's I've done this job before, but here at the Villages, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, we walk the walk, talk the talk. I mean, the residents are so happy. When I'm giving a tour, I feel like I can talk to any of the residents during that tour, and they're going to tell how happy they are, how welcome they feel here, and it's home. It's home to them. Yeah. And it makes my job a lot easier. Hope makes my job a lot easier. She runs a wonderful place.
I bet. Yeah, and being able to, go up and down the hallways and know that everybody has had a great experience and, the best people to toot your horn would be the residents, I would say there.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm always, when I'm giving a tour, they all come up and talk. And, a lot of places you might not want them to do this. They might, but here at the Villages, I mean, they're always complimentary. They're always, just happy with the staff. And the great thing about our staff too, and that's all thanks to Hope, is that there's a lot of longevity. I mean, we have people that have been here 7 years, 6 years, 5 years. I mean, that's unheard of usually. So it's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to having an opportunity to talk to you as we rotate through all the great staff there. And I'm sure you'll have lots of things to talk about come Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Yep, that's coming up. We're planning it right now. We're excited.
Well, Hope, you have assembled the Avengers of the Villages of Murfreesboro, it sounds like.
You got that. That's a good way to look at it. I like that. The Avengers. That's absolutely true.
Well, if you would like to find out what it would be like to be a part of the Villages family, they're at 2550 Willow Oak Trail here in Murfreesboro. That's between Medical Center Parkway and Wilkinson Pike. TheVillagesMurfreesboro.com or Facebook.com/TheVillagesMurfreesboro.
If you're not waking up to the Wake Up Crew, here's what you've been missing.
You can only get that on the Wake Up Crew, right?
Yes. No one else is talking about it at all.
Don't miss the Wake Up Crew with John, Brian, and Dalton.
If you're near retirement or thinking about retiring, you probably have a lot of questions. How do you make your savings last? You're ready for retirement, but are your finances? Let's work together to help ensure your finances can keep up with your unique needs over the long haul. I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Lee Colvin. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for an appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
It's better than eating out. It's like eating at home. It's not like eating in a restaurant. It's terrific.
Residents at the Villages of Murfreesboro say it best.
It's classified an independent living facility, and that's exactly what it is.
I'm Hope Rogers. Call me at the Villages of Murfreesboro, 615-848-3030.
They provide things for you to do if you want to do it, but if you don't want to, that's fine too.
Looking for a lift kit for your truck or Jeep and need the right experts to install it? Look no further than Tire World in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and Laverne.
Tire World, we keep your family rolling.
This is Peter Demas, and our family is inviting your family to come eat with us at Demas's restaurant. We started doing a limited time only menu, so once a month we add new menu items to it for 1 month only. The meatloaf, which is one of our more popular ones at Demas's restaurant. We brought a salmon with a roasted pecan sauce on it. We have potato skins, we've had a wedge salad. You need to check it out, so come on over right now. come eat with us at Demas's Restaurant on Northwest Broad Street.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS. With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
It is 7:30. It's Thursday morning, November the 7th episode, that is, 1529 of The Wake Up Crew.
And happy birthday today to Clint Hall, Jordan Middleton, Franny McMahon, Joe Hanley, Andrew Farrer, Shelley Sklar, Amy Jackson, Deborah Swift, and happy anniversary to our very own Brian and Heather Barrett.
Yes, I don't know how she's done it, but it's 26 years today. So if you have a birthday or an anniversary to add to the list, it's simple. 615-893-1450, but now's the time to get it into us this morning.
Participating in Murfreesboro's special census could help bring more funding to our city. It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com or use the prepaid envelope you'll receive in the mail.
Coming up after traffic and weather and local news, we're going to do a little throwback this morning, talking about Opryland, so stay with us.
Checking your Rutherford County weather. Showers and storms possible in the area today, mainly before noon. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, fairly light winds. Highs top out near 77 degrees. Tonight, it remains mostly cloudy. Lows drop to 58. Winds north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, sunshine develops. Highs warm into the lower to middle 70s. Then lows fall back to 51 on Friday night. I'm Phil Jensko with your Wake Up Crew forecast. Right now it's 66.
Good morning. It's trying to pick up even more in the last few minutes on 24 westbound, passing Bell Road, Hickory Hollow Parkway, coming in from Murfreesboro, Rutherford County, in and through Davidson County. It's also heavier than it was. 65 south through Millersville right now from Robertson County into Sumner County. Vietnam Vets is loading up also with a little bit more volume as it pushes in right now. Westbound Vietnam Vets in from Hendersonville, Sumner County into Davidson County. Hey, Prince's Hot Chicken has new items on a new menu. You can check them out today online at princeshotchicken.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Now an update from the WGNSradio.com News Center.
I'm Ron Jordan. As Rutherford County's population continues to grow, so do opportunities within its school system.
We have historically added over 1,000 students new to the district every year, and that holds true this current year as well.
Currently, more than 51,000 students are enrolled in the county schools, and new developments are opening the door for even greater flexibility for families.
We are scheduled to open a new elementary school in the Blackman area, Poplar Grove, which is opening next fall.
According to School Choice Coordinator Jeff McCann, the district's expansion translates into more educational paths, enabling students to find schools that align with their personal interests and academic goals. Collectively, they were extremely loud for 40 minutes of college basketball regulation time, or nearly 2 hours counting all the timeouts, clock stoppages, pregame, and halftime segments. Nearly 6,000 Rutherford County school youngsters yelled, screamed, cheered, danced in their seats, and more on Monday during the annual Education Day field trip to Middle Tennessee State University's Murphy Center, where the MT Blue Raiders defeated the Oglethorpe University Petrels 97-51. Education Day games are a way for MTSU, the Blue Raiders, and Lady Raiders to partner with Rutherford County Schools and Murfreesboro City Schools, bringing the youngsters to campus for a college basketball game and a small sample of college life. Middle Tennessee State University School of Music students will spread melodic and lyrical joy as they help usher in the holiday season with George Frederick Handel's Messiah, November 17th. Tickets are $25 and can only be purchased online or at the Tucker Theater box office. There's a link to tickets on our website, WGNSradio.com. I'm Ron Jordan reporting.
The Good Neighbor Network, on air and online at WGNSradio.com. Rutherford County's most trusted source for local news.
Turn to Turner Security. Hey, it's Brian Barrett. Here at the radio station, we needed a security solution to keep the staff safe while also giving us some flexibility with guests entering the building. I've tried to find a solution for years, met countless representatives, and they all said it can't be done. That is, until I turned to Turner Security. Not only is it done, it's done right. For your home or business, take it from me, Turner Security is the only place I'd turn.
Turn to Turner Security.
When it comes to your home, memories and sentimental value are priceless. Farrah Construction can remodel your home or we can update your kitchen, bath, or other rooms. I'm Ron Hall. If you can dream it, Farrah Construction can turn it into reality. Call Farrah Construction at 615-893-1000 6120. That's Fair Construction. I'm Ron Hall. Shop local. Let our family business help you. Fair Construction Company.
Stickers, labels, we do a lot of direct mail, booklets, manuals, programs. My name is Jeff Carlton. I handle sales and marketing for Franklin's Print Works here at Murfreesboro. We are at 2227 South Park Drive. Franklin's Print Works has been in Murfreesboro for over 25 years. We are a full-service commercial printer. We offer everything from business cards to brochures, booklets to banners, everything in between. Our website is franklinsprinting.org.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
The time, 7:35, News Radio WGNS on a Throwback Thursday.
Do you remember these?
Well, if you grew up in the area in the 70s and 80s, if you were to say Old Mill Scream, everybody would know exactly what you're talking about. Of course, that was one of the rides that made Opryland memorable. You even mentioned that, John, the Old Mill Scream.
That was scary.
Yeah.
Not for me. It was scary for when I had a little youngin'.
Yeah.
Trying to hold my leg around her leg to keep her from falling out, which was stupid. She wasn't going to fall out, but
Right.
she was so little. And it just had a bar. It was just, I said, they're going to let her ride that? Yeah.
The Old Mill Scream, the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh, that was my favorite.
Hangman. I think we set a record for riding that in our 8th grade trip.
And the rock and roller coaster, remember they had that tree limb that would hang out and it looked like you were going to hit it every time you'd go by there? It was funny. That was a really good ride.
That's one of the fun things that we got to do as an 8th grade at Walter Hill. We went on the Opryland trip.
Fun thing to do for a teacher, too.
I guess it was.
That was such an easy, because back then you could just let kids go and said, meet us back at the bus. And, you know.
Those days are gone.
Yeah.
So,
but there would have been no other way to do that. I mean, you'd have to do it that way.
No, sure.
I mean, you know.
In 1997, that was the year that they announced that Opryland would be closing. And its final official day was December 31st, 1997. And a big mega mall was there. Initially, it was going to be a mall and the theme park combined, but something happened to change that, I guess. But Opryland, part of the problem was it was only open like half of the year.
Right.
And they had the Opryland Hotel, and that was all a thing. So, but Dollywood's made it work. You know, they have a few months, but they do wintertime.
I don't think they have a hotel dedicated to it. You know, like that's what Gaylord wanted. He wanted money.
Well, sure.
You know? But another thing is, there's a lot of, which they do at Dollywood too. A lot of people question whether Opryland would still be popular in this day and age.
I think the
shows and
right.
everything. I think they were having to realize they were going to have more rides and that kind of thing. So.
But Dollywood has built their success on that. They have lots of shows and things, and it's the #1 theme park in the country. So,
you've been to Dollywood, haven't you?
I have. It reminds me a lot of Opryland, actually.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier to walk Opryland than walk Pigeon Forge. Man, it's
there are a lot of hills
going uphill. Yeah.
So what happened? What was the fate of some of the famous rides at Opryland? It was, at the time, the largest park liquidation ever in history of the world. And Premier Parks purchased several of the Opryland rides. The Old Mill Scream still lives on, John, in Washington State at the Wild Waves Theme and Water Park under the name Lumberjack Falls.
Oh, okay.
So still today. The Rock and Roller Coaster. You can go to upstate New York at Six Flags and ride the Canyon Blaster.
Oh, it's a Canyon Blaster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or you can go to Six Flags Discovery Kingdom outside San Francisco and ride Hangman, which is now called Kong.
Oh, that's a good name for it.
Yeah.
That was a rough ride. That was scary.
Yes.
Hanging the legs out and stuff.
They've got the Screaming Eagle or something like that in Dollywood. That's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Not all the rides survived, though. The Barnstormer, Chaos, and the famous Wabash Cannonball.
Wow.
No.
I would figure the Wabash would have made it.
Well, they did take him to an old Indiana fun park that's north of Indianapolis, but when that park closed, all the rides were left there and they just aged out. They were not maintained and just left for scrap. So anyway, your favorite ride at Opryland?
Screaming Delta Demon.
Rock and Roller Coaster had to be up there.
Rock and Roller Coaster, yeah. I didn't care for the Wabash Cannonball that much. Too quick.
It was, and a long line.
Yeah.
And I rode it once, and I didn't want to ride it anymore.
Yeah.
Straight up. So, some memories of Opryland here on the Wake Up Crew.
Shopping for your DIY projects, odds are at the Habitat Restore.
We got it.
If you have a painting project going on, we have plenty of paint supplies. Come see us here at the Habitat Restore.
Find it at the Restore.
If you need batteries, come to the Restore.
We got it at the Habitat Restore.
850 Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard in Murfreesboro.
Remember, we got it today at the Habitat Restore, but it may be gone tomorrow. We got it, yeah.
The city of Murfreesboro is growing, and we need your help to prove it by participating in the special census. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
We want to get an accurate count of our residents compared to the last census. The more people that are counted, the more state shared revenue dollars Murfreesboro receives.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
Dr. Craig McCabe, the eye doctor you hear on the radio.
So tell us what it was like to go through the cataract surgery.
Oh, it wasn't bad at all. There was no soreness, no hurting. They made you feel comfortable. I mean, I can see things that I couldn't see clearly before. It's absolutely wonderful. I do it again. I love it.
McCabe Vision Center on Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial behind SunTrust Bank.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
The Wake Up Crew, WGNS.
With Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and Dalton Barrett.
Wrapping up the Wake Up Crew here for a Thursday morning. It is November the 7th, and the Wake Up Crew powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. Since 1936, MTE has provided light, comfort, and connection to our community. As your trusted energy advisor, MTE is always here to help you. Connect online at mte.com or download the My MTE app. Today's Good Neighbor of the Day, Mary Bell Giannani, our good neighbor today, for caring for her family, friends, and fellow church members and being a bright spot all over town. She recently turned 90, so congratulations, Mary Bell Giannani. Today's Good Neighbor of the Day from Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts, along with News Radio, WGNS. And if you would like to send us a good neighbor, it's simple. Text the word neighbor to our number here, 615-893-1450. It'll give you a little form on a link. Just fill out the information, click submit. You can get to that at wgnsradio.com/goodneighbor as well. And that'll be the easiest way to get in a good neighbor of the day.
Time for the dad joke of the day.
Replay. You know, just the other day, my heart rate went up and my Fitbit congratulated me on a good workout.
Really?
Yeah, I was eating.
Replay.
That's solid 4. Solid 4.
Solid. All right. Good stuff. Well, what have
I'm gonna have Alan come to the show one morning and actually do it live, see if it has any effect.
Oh, I see.
Maybe it's not so amazing if it's live. I mean, he gets to hear it in the car or at home or whatever. Just see if there's any difference.
Okay.
It might not be so amazing. What have we learned?
Maybe it would be more amazing.
It could be. I'm willing to take that chance. We talked about the death of Quincy Jones and Terry Garr, and Dingo Dinkelman, who is a South African reptile chaser, I guess. Whatever. He died.
He's kind of like a wild animal person.
I almost got scammed. I talked about that.
But you didn't.
I didn't. I did not. You really didn't talk much. You just kind of cheated and had Nate Bargatze on for your whole time, which was a funny bit. And we talked about the villages of Murfreesboro. And throwback was Opryland. I think you could have a whole show on Opryland.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll do that sometime.
People have really fond memories of Opryland.
Didn't somebody on have an Opryland show on the War Room? What do you call it? What's the name of the show?
I'm not sure.
It comes on after Action Line.
Oh, Roundtable.
Roundtable, yeah.
Yeah.
War Room. Anyway.
Maybe.
I don't know. I thought maybe I heard that, but
I know I've talked to John Brockwell at Ideas Tees about it a lot. They used to have season passes and would go just about every weekend for sure.
I had season passes.
Did you?
Trickets, yeah.
That was the name. That was interesting.
Before we leave today, I want to bring up something. It's your anniversary.
Yes.
It's your 26th anniversary. And I want to give you time on the air to maybe say a few nice words about your wife and something that you're feeling inside today.
She's just happy to have me.
That's it?
Sure.
Don't you want to say, I love you, honey, or anything like that? Or
I don't want to get too gooey.
No, we don't want to get gooey.
I don't know that that's the right word, but
probably not. But so that's it. Okay, well, all right.
I'll write her a nice note.
Oh, and get her some cordial cherries.
Yeah, I got them at Christmas.
Yeah.
I've already got the year stock already in.
Next on the Wake Up Crew, the stupid, silly stat of the day.
The rent hasn't been raised in a German village since 1521.
Wow.
It cost $1